What's up, you guys? Navakon here, bringing you my perspective as to what entertainment is bringing us, and welcome to a new discussion video. And the topic for today is the future of the Transformers franchise. We're gonna go through everything. We're gonna go through toys, comic books, TV shows, movies, and video games. Cause spoilers, it's not looking good, bruv. And thankfully, I'm not doing this alone. I got four other people with me. And the first person I'm introducing is Brandon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, doing well. It's been a while since I've been on here, but I'm just here to have fun, ready to discuss everything, and yeah, have a good time.
And the second person I'm introducing is Revan Evan. How are you doing today?
Sorry, coming down from a cold. Anyway, I'm doing just fine today. Hang on, I'm just going to be opening one of the toys in this background while we watch.
All right, fair enough. And the third person I'll be introducing is Carlo Nasser. How are you doing today?
Actually, it's pronounced Nassar, but you got the syllable usage right. Hello.
And the last person I'll be introducing is Super Nerd Ethan Convoy. How are you doing today?
That to anything that isn't Hasbro. Also, hello.
Seems like a bit much, but okay.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But okay.
I'll leave an impression somehow.
Yep. That is one way to make a first impression. All right. Let's move over to the toys. So, as far as I know, the toys are doing okay. I haven't heard anything regarding if the sales are doing fine or they're declining. But one thing I do appreciate is that nowadays the toy lines tackle multiple Transformer series, whereas back then, almost a decade ago, only the Bayformers. You only see Bayformers. So I do appreciate that. So I do appreciate that there's a little bit more diversity. I'll end it there, and I'll let Revan Evan talk about the toys because
well, hang on a second.
He's the Transformers expert here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I collected so many of these toys I could have gotten to college twice. So, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering right now what you mean by the whole diversity of it right now. Like, how far back are you going with the whole toy line here? Because they've been pretty diverse for the past 20 or so years, depending on what you look at.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Really? Because 10 years ago, I only saw Bayformers. That's it. Only Bayformers.
You must not have been looking in the right stores, man.
I was at Toys R Us, Walmart, Target. Yeah, only Bayformers. There was only Bayformers.
You actually hold on. You actually checked through the aisles very early. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over others. I was just asking, Darwin. You checked through the stores very thoroughly.
Yeah, but then again, that was years ago. That was 10 years ago. This was during Age of Extinction. The Dark of the Moon days. Yeah, I remember only seeing Bayformers. That's it.
Yeah, let's be glad. We could definitely be glad that that's over with. Yeah, honestly, when I said it is sad, I really meant to say it was sad because, like you said, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Actually, I can dive in a little
off, man.
Yeah.
During 2016, 2017, and all that was when like Combiner Wars was first hitting the shelves. And that was a pretty big one, especially for all the retro stuff.
Isn't that the show with the Honest Trailer guy?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I guessed right. Because I remember him talking about it.
He did Play Prime for approximately one show, and then he was kicked.
Yeah, I remember him talking about it in a video, and he was enthusiastic about voicing Prime.
Right. In terms of like just looking back at like just like the whole scheduling and everything wise, around the time I think with the Bayverse movies, I think like there wasn't really any. First, there wasn't even any TV shows for as good at Transformers as much as there would have been like Transformers animated, for instance. I think around that time.
Wait, what year are you talking about? Because I could tell you which cartoon was on at that time.
All right. Okay. So you said it was like what Age of Extinction, or was it like Dark?
That's 2014. That was around the time the Robots in Disguise cartoon.
That's Transformers Prime, like Transformers Prime, robots and everything. Then.
Yeah, like the Alien continuity was very much in effect.
Yeah, a long time news made. If we're talking like earlier, like 2007 or so, then that would make more sense.
Yeah,
That makes
because
more
that was
sense.
that was near the end of the Unicron trilogy, and right when Transformers anime was hitting the seams.
Exactly. So that would make more sense as to why you'd probably only find like Bayverse, Bayformers.
Yeah,
like
because that was like the biggest movie franchise at one point.
What I find to be funny,
Billions of dollars, peeps.
what I find to be funny about like the entire like thing about there might have been just one version of Transformer toy lines. I remember back like not only was there like one toy line, no, there were like two other toy lines that were accommodating to the shows that were canceled before the movie came out. So there were times where I found like one Transformer toy that was not even sold, surrounded by all the modern stuff, and I was confused. Like, why is this one toy like not available where there's like, where's the other guys?
Had all the classic stuff and the universe stuff. Those were all just kind of either reissues of older toys or remasters or reworking of older characters. Like those have been things since like 2004. This is very much not a new thing they've been doing in some of the newer toy lines. They've been doing that forever.
I guess fair enough.
Even back in the 90s with something like Generation 2, reissuing a lot of Generation 1 stuff just in new colors and new gimmicks.
Hey, let's not forget about one of the best things to come out of G2. The meme worthy comic
do not
make fun of.
Do not mention the rap here. Do not.
I'm
gonna look up G2.
Oh, guys,
Sorry.
hope the rap.
No, I'm not.
That's another video.
I'm just looking up.
Hey,
G2
that's like a whole
to see what he's
different
talking about.
video, like the whole G2 rap. We don't talk about that here.
Yeah, we need substance, guys.
Yeah. So
I wasn't talking about the rap. I was talking about the comics where you can literally make fun of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Not the comics.
So I guess we can move on from the toys.
I mean, we didn't even talk about any of like the new toys they've been making right now, like the Age of the Prime stuff.
You guys,
He's got a point. I didn't even get a chance to look them up.
Wait, they're still making new toys? I haven't heard anything about that. So I guess that goes to show you that
I haven't heard of Age of
They have new announcements for that stuff every Tuesday.
No, I guess that goes to show. I guess that goes to show you that well, the toys aren't as popular as they used to be.
Not well. In actuality,
What are you talking about?
You can make the
Oh, let me
argument
put up a
that they're
screenshot.
now focusing more towards like collectors, where there are like certain characters that people were not expecting to be into bigger projects, so they shove them into like into toy lines that are like Legacy of the Primes and other stuff. Like,
Yeah, they're fully catering to the adults now.
yeah,
I could fully argue that with the whole Age of the Primes, like they're not doing too bad. Transformers Transformers is
Not
doing
at
too
all.
bad, honestly.
Makes me question about the performance of the movies recently, but we'll talk about that later. But
That's a whole different argument.
yeah, so
Sure,
Put something in
Toy
the
Lines right now
text
are doing
chat.
okay. Yeah, Toy Lines should be doing okay. Like
So-
if you ignore the movies, then yeah, they should be doing okay.
yeah,
I put something in the text chat.
So all right, so I guess in conclusion, the toys are doing fine.
They're doing just fine. If you want to look up some of the ones they have right now, they're making some pretty cool stuff.
All right.
Hey, Evan, what do I exactly have to look up for in this case? Because I just looked up Transformers new toys on Google.
Just look up something like Transformers Age of the Primes. That's the newest toy line they're doing.
All right,
Yeah.
let me look that
And
up.
some of the Studio Series stuff.
All right, let's move
Right.
on.
Like, there are two toy lines going on right now. Age of the Primes, which is basically like what they did last year with Legacy, where they're basically taking a bunch of the other earlier incarnations of the show and the comics and all that and just making brand new toys for them almost at random. And then there's Studio Series, which is taking all the stuff from the movies and making much better ones for that. It used to be just Michael Bay stuff, but now they've moved on to do stuff from like Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast. All the Studio Series 86 stuff, which is just taking very well done ones from the 86 movie. And I mean, almost all of them at this point, that they just did a Megatron.
All right, here's a question though. For that toy line,
Yes.
how many very exclusive and very, very important corpse toys are there? Like, How many
There
times
are
could you
three
buy?
separate sets. There are either 2 or 3 separate sets right now where you can buy like. I'm trying to remember the exact character, but I know like Ironhide and Prowl, you can just buy them as dead bodies.
Yep.
I know Braun is one.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know off the top of my head though that last one though. I know there's like one more. I think there's like one more. I don't know off the top of my head though.
I know this
These are
specifically
crazy
because
prices.
there was one
Okay.
time I distinctly remember where a little kid and his parents were looking at some of the Transformers toys, trying to figure out something to get for like either a kid's birthday or his birthday or something. And I said, "Hey, kid, you want to buy a dead body?" The
Ladies
kid
and
didn't
gentlemen, the
understand, but the
reason
dad
why
laughed his ass off.
we should never have Evan as our dear good friend, because he can really scar you for life with those 3
He didn't
instances.
scar the kid, but the dad just laughed his ass off at it.
So the father had some PTSD flashbacks because he watched the movie, I presume.
No, he didn't have flashbacks. He just thought it was funny. He understood the bit.
Yeah, which means he watched it. And it broke him when he was a child.
You wouldn't see that. I knew this guy for approximately 20 seconds, and then he was gone. So I'm not going to infer that.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying.
Anyway, let's look up what the actual toys are doing right now. Just look up some examples. We have Carlos stream right now. You can pull it up.
Oh, you want me to stream it? I could.
No,
I don't know if these visuals are going to be in the video, but it's just to give an example to you guys as to what they're
Well,
making.
He said it's only, but you can. They'll at least the audience will at least know our reactions.
Yeah. So,
Plus, we can just cut this out of the. We can just cut this out of the final video anyway.
So yeah. So basically,
Hold
they are. So basically, I think Lego is selling a couple of the Lego is selling.
Yeah, they just released their Soundwave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lego
and
is
honestly, the
designing
Soundwave doesn't
some
look
of
too bad.
the.
Honestly,
It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
yeah,
Lego
it's
is-
pretty accurate. Honestly,
Nearly
Yep.
$200 though for a Lego set.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
for
that's
that level
the
of
standard
accuracy,
price
that
for
sounds
some of
about
those
right. That
collector
sounds about
stuff,
right.
man.
Yeah, Lego's
Really?
expensive.
Yeah,
Really, I'm usually not used to those prices. So that's why I'm asking.
Well, it's a
That's some
massive
pretty cool
thing. They
Asian
have thousands of
versions.
little pieces, and they do fully transform. So
Oh well,
yeah,
I
this
guess little
new
pieces.
line
I guess
has a
a little-
lot of cool stuff here.
Okay, the thing about little pieces that's at least somewhat understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, Age of the Prime has a lot of cool stuff. Like each of the 13 primes are going to get their own individual toys. They have a bunch of other older characters being remade. There's a whole new combine. They're remaking the aerial bots as a full combiner team now. So if you want to pick those up, I already got 2 of them.
aerial bots, Combaticons.
Yeah, they're making Combaticons too.
The left class, voice
Combaticons.
class, leader class. There's even exclusive.
Take a look at the Titan they have for this one.
The Titan's real nice.
It is real nice.
So Lego's only doing G1, right?
For now, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now. They
And even
they
then,
may
G1
go
has a
into
lot of
more
characters to
generation-
get through.
They're
All right,
probably going
here's
to
a
go by
question,
step
though.
by
Here's a
step.
funny question. Here's a question.
Yes.
Would they or wouldn't they, or would they not do Megatron next?
I feel like they would, but they have to do a tank. They can't
kinda
make him a
have
gun
to.
because American gun laws. And I'm
There's still at least the tank still makes sense.
the tank still does definitely make sense. It's
Yeah.
only in Japan where you can actually be a gun still. Shockwave could technically be a gun though, because you could just flip it around and say it's a submarine.
Thank you, microchange.
That's true.
It's kind of weird given a lot of kids stuff that can get away with guns for years.
Yeah.
That's why
Also,
I think it's
speaking
really
of
odd.
Shockwave, did you guys see my new profile pic?
I saw it when I noticed
yeah.
you changed it during. Well, right, I think it was right before Darwin
Yeah.
started recording.
And there's a clear reason why I did this outside of the meme.
Oh, I recognize the okay. All right.
Do you know the reason why I chose it outside of just the meme?
So,
Because it's a
I
cool
think
design.
so.
Mhm.
No, we need to wish a happy 70th birthday to Corey Burton, the voice of Shockwave.
Oh,
and
right.
he also did a bunch of others, but that was one of his characters.
Yeah, that was probably the most famous one from the AE show outside of Spike.
I'm gonna have to listen to that again because I remember usually hearing on Sobolov's take. So, yeah.
Logically, sir, choosing a robot like Shockwave seems very logical for such the occasion.
Female Autobots. I thought they were extinct.
So
I'm gonna look up what you're talking about, Evan.
So I'm guessing we're done with toys.
I think we are. We've just kind of derailed the conversation to stuff. I don't know.
We're
so
sorry.
Let's
I think we
fun.
everything really.
So let's move on.
Point is, toys are doing just fine. The designs are pretty cool. I'm probably going to break my wallet next week on some of the stuff they've been releasing. Who knows?
Breaking your I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry to inform you, sir, but your wallet was found stabbed in an alley.
They just released a Sonic tie-in one. They can't keep getting away with this.
Dude, they have Knight Rider.
God, I forgot that they're making a crossover with Sonic and Transformers.
They did a TMNT one too.
Well, given the whole
Beyblade
Paramount
as
thing, I
well.
guess it makes sense. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to talk over you.
You're good. You're good.
But yeah, I was
They
just saying,
cross
given the
over
whole thing
everything
with,
at this point.
given the whole thing with Paramount, I guess it makes sense. Also, Evan, what you were telling me to do, to do it, I did, and I think Burton Burns' later takes are much better than back in the '80s, because he definitely sounds a bit more villainous. I'm still kind of a person for Sobola, but I think Burton's still pretty good, especially in the later stuff.
Yeah, he's very David Warner with it, which was the intention.
But yeah, I think Transformers Animated, he definitely really nailed it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, animated Shockwave is peak Shockwave. I will not tolerate any
All right,
slander.
ladies and gentlemen, here's some context regarding Transformers and Sonic. Yep, they've actually made a crossover between Transformers and Sonic the Hedgehog. As you can see in these photos, this is real. These are fucking real. This is not a joke.
And I have them.
These are not memes. This is real. You can I think you can buy them. I don't know if they're on sale now.
Yes, you can. I have them right now.
Yeah,
They are on sale.
But these
Blue
are real.
Booster.
Are they going to
Blue
make
Booster.
more? Are they going to make more Sonic Transformers toys? Who knows? It depends if they sell well.
I kind of want to see one with. I kind of want to see one with Eggman. Also, sorry for the interruption, Darwin.
There'll be a retool of that crossover Death Star toy, but it's the Death Egg. The Death Egg transformed into a giant robot with Eggman's face.
I want to see.
Man.
Yeah, I want to see a Shadow one.
Yeah,
I want to see one.
I want to see all of this.
I want to see one with Cream the Rabbit.
What would
Can you imagine?
my
Oh god! No, wait.
Oh,
Could
no.
you guys imagine? Okay, if Shadow was ever a Transformer, what would be his alt mode? Like not his robot, but his car, or vehicle.
Motorcycle.
Didn't he have an ATV or a Jeep and 06 that he could use?
Maybe he could be a jet.
Honest, I think I'm gonna
deal.
I'm gonna lean with Darwin and say he would definitely be a motorcycle, since that is one of his most affiliated vehicles to know.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Or they'll take the lazy route and they'll just retool the Sonic toy into him, like it's a recolor.
No, Batmobile would be so good.
They'll cross over with everyone eventually. They might actually do that.
Sonic cross DC is another discussion. Right now,
yes.
Another toy. That's another one later.
Yeah, back to Transformers, and we're gonna head into the comics. I haven't heard anything regarding comics. I think IDW owns the rights to Transformers, or maybe it's another.
They do not anymore.
Oh,
They do not own those rights.
Yeah, all right.
It was
right.
Skybound publishing them.
Yeah, right.
As of 3 or so years ago, IDW lost the rights, and now Skybound is doing them.
Yep.
Do you know if Skybound is still making comics, Transformers comics?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes, they are
ongoing right now.
Okay. So I'm guessing
they do not own all of the comics yet, but from what I have read, they are phenomenal. Skybound's run is fantastic.
Do you know how many?
So the story is.
Do you know how many issues Skybound has made?
Currently, right now, I think we're on issue 22 out of 26 confirmed so far.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's going pretty strong. Transformers, and keep in mind, I'm just saying this from the whole Transformers side of the whole Energon universe, because again, there's also a line of GI Joe comics and the original series Void Rivals in this universe. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the Cybertronians do actually appear in those comics.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Yep.
Oh yeah. G.I. Joe and Transformers are in the same universe. Rise of the Beast confirmed.
Yeah, you tend to forget that sometimes, even though that's
It's
been a
been-
thing since the 80s.
It's kind of been that, yeah, exactly. Like Evan said, there was even a cartoon episode with had Cobra Commander probably long after he turned into a snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at one
but that
point in
was
season
after
3,
the
he literally shows up on screen giving synthetic humanoid technology to one of the villains. And he literally ends the episode saying, "They don't make terrorists like they used to." Cobra! Oh, God.
Do you know how long Skybound has owned the rights to the Transformers comics, Evan?
I do not know.
They've owned
Brandon?
it since they've owned it since around end of 2022, early 2023. They've owned
Okay.
it since then.
Okay,
that's
so it's 3 or so years. I was kind of on there.
That's pretty recent.
It's like
And for 22 issues,
I-
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
and again, this is just a Transformers run. That's not talking about the line of G.I. Joe and the original series Void Rivals. From that's just from the Transformers side of the Energon universe itself.
The one
Now-
thing I have to go for with the comics now is that it's like I'm not when I say this, I'm not complaining because of the tone, but I'm complaining about like how many times they're like doing like really fucked up things with the characters. But it's like dark.
Yeah, it feels a lot like if the Bay movies actually had a lot more respect for the source material. That's kind of how the Skybound comics became. Like, it's a lot much more
Also, if they had more
mature
time to
take on
flesh
the
out
original show.
details. They also have to have more time to flesh out, like in the movies, they have more time to flesh out like backstory. and
Yeah, they
everything.
actually focus on the Transformers as characters.
Like they
Exactly.
literally like okay, I'm not gonna lie when I say this, but remember like they take like an awesome concept like all right, is it alright if I spoil it? Spoil it or no?
For what?
No?
For one of the comic runs?
For
For
Skybound.
Transformers comic run.
All right. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't kept up in the Skybound comments. All right, you got 5 seconds.
Warning.
5,
Right.
4,
When
three,
Optimus Prime was
2,
holding Megatron's
1,
arm on
go.
like Evil freaking Dead.
What?
Wait,
Uh,
were you just talking?
So we're in the middle
over-
of the countdown, and then you said it.
We're just talking while we were counting down.
Yeah, I was trying to spoil and then you guys got in the way.
We were giving a countdown for anyone who didn't read it yet.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, we were counting down for a reason.
No, like, okay. All right, saying it again. When Optimus Prime when Optimus Prime was using Megatron's arm as a replacement, and then it slowly started becoming Evil freaking Dead with the arm actually being alive and trying to possess Optimus and said, "Dude, shoot it off! Shoot it off!" Like, they take cool things and then make it very uncool with how disturbing it could be with context. Like, that is really cool, but uncool at the same time.
I wouldn't
you
even
guys-
say uncool is the correct term.
That is something.
What?
That is something the Bayformers.
Warped is a better term, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's taken what looks like a legitimately cool thing, then sort of flip it on its head, sort of twist it a little bit, make it a little bit more. No, I don't know how to describe it other than it's actually just pretty cool.
Do we
Yeah.
know how many comic runs the Transformers franchise has?
A bunch
A
of them.
lot.
Okay, I
Let's just
think
say
I
a lot.
remember how
There
many.
there was the Marvel G1 run, and then there was the G2 run, and then there was the time when a lot of other comic publishers were
Yeah,
like, trying
first
to do
there was
their own thing.
Dreamwave,
Just a lot.
which
Just a
no one
lot.
paid
Just
for.
say a lot. If we're gonna take too long if we go over all of them, just say we just did. There's a lot.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
many-
there's
Look,
a lot.
I can make it. I can make it very fast. Then first there was Marvel, then there was Dreamwave, then IDW, now Skybound.
How many crossovers have they run?
You're also referring to the European and Japanese markets, right?
Yes, those are also separate there, but those are entirely different tangents. Like the U.S. comics and the European comics are very different, despite some of them having the exact same writers.
Pause. Why
Rolling over.
why are the U.S. and European comics different? Shouldn't they be in the same continuity?
No, they are not. They are entirely separate
They're not in the
continuities.
same.
This
They're
was in
different
a
continuities,
pre-internet
despite some of them
era.
being made by the same companies. Like Marvel, for instance, they did both the U.S. and the European market Transformers comics.
But because both of them have very different writing teams, they went in very different directions. Especially because one of the lines came out before the movie happened, and one of them came out after. So they had to adapt some of the stuff from the movie into one of the comic runs, while the other one just kind of ignored that it happened.
Okay, then. All right.
For quite a while until it was retconned in. I haven't read a lot of the earlier comics, so maybe I'm being a fake fan on this.
None of us have read the European comics, as far as I know.
I haven't read any
I've read a few.
comics.
I've actually read a few. I've actually had the chance to read a few of them.
All I gotta say is some of the storylines they did were kind of crazy.
Imagine the British got a different continuity than us.
There was one that I do remember viscerally is when I believe Megatron and Ratchet were caught in a teleportation accident and were fused together into some sort of horror monster. Like it was half Ratchet, half Megatron.
No. We don't talk about skip. Let's keep going. That was bad.
All right.
That was bad. Let's move on.
God,
and
don't remind me of that. I got nightmares already. No.
Yeah, I know. It's horrifying.
And
I think that's good. I think we're good. Don't say anymore.
Okay, fine.
All right, one last question before we move on. How many crossovers did the comics run had?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The Energon universe or overall?
Overall, I think.
Overall, then
Jesus.
a ton of them.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot more than I could count right now. I mean, they teamed up with the Avengers like twice. So like,
the first issue of the Transformers comics and Marvel of the original Transformers Marvel comics had Spider-Man on there. So
It was the third issue. And then
it was the third. Okay, never mind.
And then
Alright.
The Dinobots was where they came from the Savage Land.
And then like that, and then they literally said like, oh, and by the way, Godzilla also existed because of its comic run back in 1977, which we can't bring up anymore because Toho has the rights to the character.
I'm not surprised.
And now Godzilla and Transformers also have a crossover toy line.
Yep.
wait,
And
don't
also-
forget the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Don't forget the DeLorean.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's not forget about that.
DeLorean, there was Top Gun, Ninja Turtles had one too. I could go on. They have so many
Yeah,
of these
honestly,
things.
they're
What about Back to the
TLDR,
Future?
basically, they've had a lot of crossovers.
Crossover
There's a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, Back to the Future had a crossover there. There was also a 4-issue comic run they did detailing the
Oh,
story
it's
that I
possible.
own and I can show you guys.
Yep, and
Hold on,
as
Back
you
to
can
Future
see
did a
on the
crossover with
picture
what?
right here,
With Transformers.
they've already crossed over with Marvel multiple times. As you can see right here, with the new Avengers. As you can see with Captain America and Optimus.
Do we have to bring out Tony's anti-transformer armor? Because that's the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a whole suit.
All
Yep.
right.
It didn't last too long, but it was there.
All
Well, to be fair, like Tony Stark can build a lot of things. I mean, he even built a suit out of a dead Celestial, and it didn't exactly last too long against the Hulk. So
He also made a suit out of a universe.
Some suits are missed. Some suits are missed sometimes.
Sometimes. It really just depends on who's writing the comic.
So
That
in
is true, that is
conclusion,
true.
the comics are doing okay, right?
The comics are doing
the comics are
fine.
great.
I just wish more people would read them.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
guess
and also me and Evan have to like catch up on the like all the other titles going
So
on
I-
with the whole Energon universe.
so
anyway,
I-
There's also
Yeah,
one
there's so much.
comics. In my eyes, comics are not just for kids. So can we just
No, they
stop,
are not
like-
all just for kids, man.
they're not for
They were
Yeah,
never
yeah,
just for
except that.
kids.
Have y'all
They were
heard-
never just for
Did
kids.
y'all know the boys
There are different
and
genres, there are
Invincible
different
came
types,
from
they're for
comics?
everybody.
I wouldn't.
What was
I
it?
wouldn't let children read the boys. I wouldn't let children read Invincible. Just saying.
Probably not let kids read Mouse.
Honestly,
Exactly.
actually, I'd rather let my children read Mouse because at least it would show them his painful historical context as to what horrible things happened in the past. So, Just
I wouldn't
basically,
let kids read Spawn. I would not do that. Me personally.
I would
hilariously
at
enough,
least
my
wait
dad
until,
is.
like, I don't know, 12 years old before I let my child read a Spawn comic.
I would
Also
at
not
least
let
let my child be like 15 before I show them Watchmen.
Yep.
No,
Anyway,
that one is rough.
I would not let kids read Barbarella.
Damn. Like
I would not let my kids read.
you wanted to go there?
I just know if it exists, so I'm not familiar with it.
I don't know. Some of the IDW Transformer stuff gets a little nutty. I don't know if I feel like
to be
kids
fair, there's,
can
like, so
technically
much
follow
of
up,
it.
but some of the stuff I don't know.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean RC was especially in terms of
I don't want to talk about what Simon Furman did to RC.
Let's stop the conversation before we get into more.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's stop. Let's move on.
So in conclusion,
Yes,
the comics are doing fine. They're just not advertising it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I think the big one that
advertising is a strong word. They haven't really advertised it as publicly as they could have. They have
for that to be a running theme throughout this video.
we do a lot of things. We have a lot of things. We're not advertising it.
That's true.
So let's move on to the TV shows. So currently,
this one.
Okay. As far as
Are we doing just recent ones? Just in general.
Yeah, as far as I know, Earthspark is still ongoing. There may be other.
I think their third season just finished.
Yeah.
They just finished third season.
I'm not sure if there are other TV shows still ongoing for Transformers, but
I mean, there's a new one they just posted on YouTube for some reason.
oh really? What's it called?
That's one.
Yeah, Cyberverse. Was it? Is it Cyberverse?
It's Cyber World.
Cyber
And
World.
honestly, the best way I can describe it is it looks like a mobile game.
Yeah.
Has that been advertised, or they just uploaded out of nowhere?
No, it just happened.
Just happened.
That's weird. I'm not gonna lie. But okay. They don't normally do that. I remember seeing ads of Prime. I remember seeing ads of Rescue Bots. I remember seeing.
Me too.
I'm old enough to remember seeing commercials of Animated.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting old here, folks. Because that was back in 2000.
We can't call ourselves old. Come on, man.
Dude, yeah. So, yeah, but yeah. By the way, Animated is best Transformers show. So, and I also remember all the Transformers shows used to air on Discovery Kids. Back when
you mean the Hub, right?
Discovery Kids.
Not a lot of people know of the Hub. We don't talk
the Hub.
Not a lot of people know of the Hub. So I just say Discovery Kids.
So they are not cultured individuals.
Fools.
Motherfucker, did you just call Discovery Kids children uncultured individuals?
I called the Hub. I said the Hub are people who watch the Hub were cultured individuals.
Okay, I was about to say.
And when listen, they changed their name and they changed their format into becoming Discovery Kids because everyone forgot. Hey, wait a minute, this is actually quite peak. Anyway, let's go to Cartoon Network.
Or I believe only one show they legitimately made for the brand now. Because all the other ones they had were just either imports or from other networks.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it was just Animated that they created from whole cloth.
Yeah, no, it's only Animated. Only Animated they produce.
And it was a damn good one.
Yeah, so great. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. And so as far as TV shows go, doing okay. It's doing okay. There's nothing to worry about regarding TV shows.
Who here has actually seen most of Earthspark? Because I have not finished it yet.
Nope.
I've seen a lot of it.
What do you think of it?
I've seen. It's weird to say the least. Because for starter, let's start off with the fact that Megatron is a good guy. Let's start with that, Hairball. Like he
I think that's
works
kind of a
with
neat
humans.
thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and I do like that. But like, I don't really like the fact that like it just made the whole excuse like, oh hey, Earth can make Transformers now excuse real easy. I don't really like that.
I mean, they use one of the artifacts of the Primes that can create life to do that, so it's not really as far-fetched.
Yeah, but that feels like more like a what's the word? Like it's like it's more like a cheap trick really. It feels like kind of
a cop out.
Yeah, cop out, honestly. It's just like, oh,
that's not even a cop out. That's just giving a good explanation as to why something can create life. It's a well-established artifact in the universe right now.
Yeah, but like you can also say that to a lot of other things in the Transformers, like just overall in general. Like heck, the Omega Lock revived a Primus in the Align continuity. So It does feel like
We're gonna have to get into the argument of why so many Cybertronian artifacts are just happen to be on Earth. We're gonna have to get that discussion in.
Argument. That's like a whole other discussion.
Listen, listen, guys. We have gotten so much we've gotten off task numerous times with this. Okay, let's just wrap this conversation up, and then
okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's just move on to the movies so people can start bitching about the movies.
So I've only seen bits and pieces of Earthspark, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not like the art style, nor the aesthetic, nor the way the characters were designed. I don't like how the humans looked. God, Jesus Christ!
I think it's all right.
Look. So
season 3. Okay.
I need to see the rest of the show before I give my full thoughts, but so far, it's all right.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, the TV show. So in conclusion, the TV shows they're doing okay. Now let's go.
As far as TV shows,
yeah, let's
a lot
of
our conversations have gone to the conclusion of they're doing okay.
Yeah.
Every single one we've said, it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me?
We haven't gone to the... Yeah, what is it, Carla?
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the big one again.
I'm going to have to see Earthspark in motion because by some bits, it looks better than Rescue Bots.
Well,
I can see one human shot. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Academy, or are you talking about the Rescue Bots, the original?
I guess you're talking about Academy, then yes, it looks better than that by default. What the fuck did they do to the design?
Oh, wait, Weird Al?
Yeah, Weird Al's in it.
But yeah, okay.
This is the second time we've seen Weird Al be a Transformer.
Hey, this isn't Paw Patrol.
You can do the nickel joke if you want.
That. At least with Bailey's thumbnails, it looks better than Paw Patrol.
I mean, it's not a high bar.
It's not? Okay.
Well, let's go to depression mode. Let's talk about the movies.
So, all right, where are we going to start? All right, where are we going to start with the movies now?
Yeah, it's the movies, man. So as far as I know, they have announced several projects. Paramount. They wanted to. So Josh Cooley, the director of Transformers 1, is directing another live action film. They want to continue another project. They want to continue the Bayformers storyline, and the third one there is going to be a G.I. Joe crossover.
So they're all separate projects.
Yeah. They have not.
That means the whole world is going to get even more fucked up, and the timeline is going to be even more unstable. So thanks, Paramount. Thank you so freaking much. Instead of rebooting it into an actual, genuine, good trilogy of Transformers movies about the war on Cybertron that we all fucking want. What's the point? What is the point of just giving off a pretty great movie without advertising it? This is literally meant to be the rebirth of a new era of Transformers, but yet, no! We're gonna dump it into theaters with little to no advertising and just have a guy on Twitter do it for us. That will save our numbers. Of course not, because we're Paramount and we'd rather shove big sticks up our asses and watch SpongeBob. And just
yeah,
or just put all the eggs on Sonic.
Yeah, for context, Ethan is talking about Transformers 1, a movie that was advertised poorly that I mentioned. And because of Paramount's poor strategy of how they advertised Transformers 1, it flopped. And many people thought it was gonna get the treatment of Into the Spider-Verse because there was good word of mouth. There was very good word of mouth. It didn't do enough. And because of that, we're not getting a sequel to what is arguably considered to be the best Transformers movie ever made.
You can kind of blame Lorenzo for that one.
Can I add to your point, Darwin?
And this is the movie that Transformers 1 was the movie that really got me to want to learn more about Cybertron, and we're not getting a sequel of it. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, Darwin, can I add to your point about that?
Go ahead.
The marketing wise?
Go ahead, Carlos.
So, yeah, I have a lot to add. So, what's kind of hypocritical is that, I've heard a word of mouth that Paramount would not give any single marketing to anything that is not related to an already popular IP, which is why a lot of their recent animated films are basically released without some sort of word of mouth. Like, we only know about it a day before it releases. And yet they didn't even do nearly enough for this one Transformers film, because I guess Paramount wants to put all their eggs on Sonic.
Mainly just because their big producer, Lorenzo, over there, only cares about the Bay movies and how much money they made them. So they keep trying to figure out a way to squeeze some more of that out of there. And I guess you guys wish
that. It's because it's also one bad thing about it is that one of the biggest things regarding the hate and the discredit of Transformers 1, I don't think it wasn't just advertisements. I think a lot of people, after literally seeing like bad and mediocre Transformers movie as of recent, they were starting to say like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to watch this because I don't think they're going to show any good quality. The trailer was kind of boosting their confidence and thinking I did the right thing in not watching that movie. And then people watched the movie and showed, this is a great movie. Why aren't you watching it?
Did you know what really hurts about that first trailer?
That
trailer. You know what really hurts about that first trailer for Transformers 1?
That trailer
it feels a lot like the Minecraft movie trailer.
No. It came out on my birthday. That hurt a little extra hard.
Wow, that's sad. That's so sad.
And they celebrated by launching it into space. So if aliens ever come across that satellite, they'll see that trailer as the first sign of what humanity has produced. So,
yeah.
Really?
For context as to what Carlo was talking about regarding movie that Paramount's not advertising original IPs, one example that I can think of is an animated movie called Under the Boardwalk, which stars Keke Palmer and Michael Cera. Those are two pretty big actors, and
nobody knows the movie existed.
Yeah, zero to no advertisement for this. I don't think it ever came in theaters. It just went straight to streaming, as far as I know.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, so.
And that's the problem. Like, a lot of on-demand releases, normally, from what I heard, if you just put it straight on a streaming service like a feature film, I guess maybe some series could suffer from this too. You're basically throwing a lot of money down a drain, and that's what I'm worried about. And that's why I was actually worried about K-pop Demon Hunters and Under the Boardwalk, because how much money you're going to earn depending on how many people follow that service. Especially because we're talking about a service here. Though I'm not sure what Netflix case is, but yeah.
So of those 3 movies that Paramount is developing, why are we making another Bayformers movie? No one likes The Last Night.
Because they make too much money for Paramount, guys.
The problem is The Last Night flopped. No one liked, and Age of Extinction. Yeah, it made over $1 billion. No one likes that movie too.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's honestly, I remember that sometimes there are times when, even if it gets really good money in the box office, the critical reception can mean there's no sequel. I mean, what happened to the same mentality with The Last Airbender, which did not get a sequel like it was planned to because of the critical reception, regardless of how much money it earned, which was a lot of money. But yeah, despite Transformers Last Night getting so much hate, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the film. I only heard some word of mouth that there's a lot random stuff like a scene with King Arthur.
That movie.
Like a scene with King Arthur, which is what?
That's the least of how stupid that movie gets.
Yeah, and that's just this beginning. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder another reason.
Way stupider.
Yep, but I'm starting to wonder another reason why Transformers 1 didn't get a lot of watching. Was it because the animation? I asked this because I've heard some people speculate that a lot of films that aren't doing animations like Spider-Verse films or Teenage Mutant Mayhem are failing because they're not doing something like that. Because I've been wondering if that's actually the case.
It's not because of that, man.
Because I've been wondering if, at one point, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about this, but I've been wondering if you really have to actually do something crazy with the animation, like if you need low frame rate drawing looks or something like that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's a dumb interpretation, but it's sometimes been feeling away when a lot of animated films that do well in the box office are usually ones that do something really, really, really crazy. But obviously, thankfully, I'm pretty sure that's not the case, and I think we can agree it's not. But I've been wondering because this is a movie that did not have a choppy frame rate.
Just because something looks really weird in cell shade doesn't mean it's doing something interesting. Look at the new Cat in the Hat film. You think that's going to look good?
Apparently, anything that goes beyond what Pixar's known for, it seems to be unusual because people are freaky about animation.
Thanks.
Because I've seen comments.
Zaslav.
And the project that Josh Cooley is developing, it's a live action project. It has nothing to do with Transformers 1, which that makes no sense to me because why couldn't you just do a sequel to Transformers 1 instead of making a live action project?
Now hold on. Do we know that much about the project he is doing? Do we know anything about what it's going to entail? Other than it exists, I guess.
All we know is it's in live action form. That's all we know.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know if we should really judge it yet because we don't know literally anything about it.
And
same here.
And the G.I. Joe crossover, I'm going to assume that's a sequel to Rise of the Beasts.
Yes, based off of that one tease at the end of that movie.
Yeah,
okay, I get the fact that they're doing that, but here's one thing I want to say. Can we at least have a G.I. Joe movie first that's actually reminiscent of the original comics?
A good G.I. Joe movie, may I add. A good G.I. Joe movie.
I don't think we had a good one besides maybe the one in the 80s, but I didn't see that film, so I can't say.
I mean, the only decent G.I. Joe movie I can think of is Retaliation. And there's other
that's kind of pushing it.
Yeah, even then, I'm reaching.
We don't talk about the Snake Eyes movie.
We don't talk about the Rise of Cobra either.
I think Rise of Cobra is decent.
So,
the Snake Eyes movie is awful, though.
Just the fact that they grabbed the Ninth Doctor, Chris Eccleston, and tried to make him Destructo is appalling.
You mean Destro? You mean Destro?
Destro, sorry.
Yeah, and as far as we know regarding the G.I. Joe crossover, Chris Hemsworth has been cast in that movie.
So, as who? Do we know who he is? He's not Prime, let's be sure.
I don't know, but I heard some people theorizing that he might be Duke. Not sure. Take that for what you will.
That's not bad. That's not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice, yeah.
So that, the movies. I don't like the projects that that Paramount is developing. I'm not a fan personally speaking.
Now, again, we know approximately nothing about the projects being developed other than, I guess, they exist. So maybe until at least, I don't know, a couple of, I guess, shooting photos are leaked or a trailer comes online. I don't know. I'm not going to judge him yet.
All right. I noticed Brandon hasn't said anything about the movies, so I'll pass it off to him.
Brandon?
Hello?
Oh, sorry.
You there, man?
No. You guys, I've been sorry. My mic was muted for a second. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Basically, you guys said everything I wanted to say, so I didn't really feel like I could say anything. But basically, what everyone else said is basically what I was gonna say. So yeah.
All right. So
one more thing I want to. Oh, sorry.
Anything else you guys want to say regarding the movies?
Yes, actually, another reason I'm not sure about if going back to following Bayformers might work is because, in fact, even last night, aside from that, I don't even know if those films have aged well for most people, because from what I gathered, they seem to have gotten through the same downfall as Shrek did, where it used to be considered cool, but not so much for a while. Because even before The Last Night, there's been criticism on the earlier films, like anything like on the Bayformers films, anything after the first one has basically been very heavily criticized recently. Like this one here about Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen. And it starts, and for one example, this video from Filmento called Transformers 2. What happens when a movie isn't written?
Everyone.
There's a good reason for why that happened, is because it was made during the writer's strike of 2007 and 8.
And I think the legacy got worse.
So they literally have a good reason as to why.
So I think the legacy got worse over time.
as far as
Yeah,
I
and
know,
I don't think the whole Shrek thing you were trying to bring up doesn't make sense because the majority of Shrek movies are actually good. It's just one that's bad.
yeah, and Carlo, as far as I know, everyone has hated Revenge of the Fallen since day one. No one likes Revenge of the Fallen.
I don't really hate it. I'm just gonna say that.
Literally, the only
I thought it was Dark of the Moon.
that one has its
more for me
fans.
than Revenge of the Fallen.
Are we gonna have to? Okay, are we just gonna give all our thoughts on the movies right now that we have at least seen, like quick thoughts?
No, because we'd be here all day.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for discussions, but after this, I got to pack up stuff for my university. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to say, Convoy?
3 things. 1, there's always like a bright side of the moon. Wherever there's like a dark side of everything, there's always something light. And honestly, for Transformers, I'm starting to see that there might be people who are just going to say enough is enough, and we could finally get some good content for Transformers again. All we have to do is negotiate that with our wallets and our voices. Do we want more Bay? Or do we want more good Transformers movies? Your choice.
That's it?
That and this. Fuck you, Michael Bay. Thanks for single-handedly make Transformers boring to normal audiences because you spammed so much explosions.
Actually, I think a good chunk of it could also be maybe be on the writers. Depends. I don't know.
Yeah, the majority is because of the writing.
Yeah, and we don't know how much of the writing was utilized, so we don't know. I mean, you could say they could have just stopped. Could have just said no way early before it ruined it, but it could also be on the writers because there are plenty of cases where the director is not also one of the producer or screenwriter. And in this case, according to Wikipedia,
Yes.
Transformers: The Last Knight had Michael Bay being director, but screenplay being 3 different people and 4 other different people working on the story.
That's a recipe for disaster. There's that.
It shows.
That would explain why The Last Knight was a bad product.
Yep. And unfortunately, I have not seen Bumblebee.
Yeah, it is the
which
one
is a
version.
shame.
It's the one.
Hmm?
You should. It's good.
I agree.
Like, it's a solid movie.
Well, before I continue, what were you guys going to say?
Yeah, Bumblebee is the
I
best
was
live
saying
action
I was
Transformers
agreeing.
movie.
All right, so assuming I'm not interrupting anyone, I was going to say I honestly probably should have seen Bumblebee because I had some high hopes for how that film would turn out, and I heard it's from the same director who did Kubo and the Two Strings, a film Dad and I saw, and a film that he wanted to see twice in theaters because it was so good, and I could see why because I shared the same taste and with that film. But then with Rise of the Beast, I guess I'll be the one to start off with. That film, in my opinion, felt too bloated. And it's kind of crazy because you'd think a film that is like approximately 2 hours, not including credit times, would be plenty of room for a story. But my problem is that there are way too many characters, either robots or humans, meaning we didn't have enough room to care about the humans. Not one thing that would help us understand like what they are as characters and that they're not just some driving force for the big war. And also Scourge and Unicron, the combination they were so bland. It didn't help that they didn't have a lot of screen time, but they were also it was like they were evil for evil's sake. It was just like evil just so we could have a fight. And that's where it felt really bad. And honestly, the best moments for me when they were actually doing something with their characters, like when they were finally giving Noah a chance to really do something. And at that point, Noah was kind of becoming like Mega Man-esque with his combat, which I did appreciate. But then, like I said, there are too many characters, and the film looks like it didn't. The film feels rushed, despite being 2 hours. What's kind of funny, that film feels rushed, yet it's a lot longer than something like Her. Took its time for everything. Yet this film feels way more rushed and bloated, despite being much longer than a film like Hercules. I don't know why I'm comparing those films, but that's my biggest thing I can think of right now. If Hercules can give me a lot of care, given its much faster pace. Why is Rise of the Beast doing too much to even give a single bit of care? Like, why? Anyway, you guys are next.
That's a very strange comparison. But all I gotta say is, from hearing all your arguments about Rise of the Beast, is, oh, you sweet summer child, you don't know what the Bay movies did. If you think Rise of the Beast was at least sort of bad from what you described, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, and because of that, when I the more I thought about it, I felt some joy when watching it with some of you guys. But the more I thought about it and actually processed it, I realized, wow, this movie is actually very dull and sometimes soulless.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys are next.
Yeah. So I guess we're done with the movies.
Probably so.
Yeah, movies are in kind of a weird spot right now.
As far as in conclusion, I'm not a fan of the direction the movies are heading. Honestly, I mean, it could be good, but I mean, I'm just saying, Transformers 1 could have gotten the sequel. There's so much potential.
I know, but also look at it this way: imagine if they did get a sequel and it didn't live up to the standard that the first film set.
I would be surprised.
That's always been a possibility.
I would be surprised, honestly, quite frankly. But even with the same director and same writers, I'd be surprised.
Who knows? It's always a possibility.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt them, but to actually point out, sometimes even with the same director and writing team, it can still turn out flatter than the last effort. I mean, for example, this is another film I did not watch, but Joker 2, made by the exact same director, for most people it fell flat, way flat.
Joker folie doo doo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was Okay, folie doo. As far as I know, Todd Phillips had way more control of it, whereas with the first one, the people had his ass in check. They were keeping his ass in check. Joker folie doo.
It was more just him saying, "I don't want to make a sequel. Here's why."
Yeah. Joker 2. Yeah. They allowed him to do whatever they want, and look where it went with the joke with folie doo. So,
maybe some movies just shouldn't have sequels.
Yeah, basically.
And some movies.
I mean, it depends on what the film is, because if it's based on a book that itself got a sequel, then obviously that's justifiable. But this is not a case.
Yeah. Oh, also another reason why Transformers 1 didn't do that well, it was released during the same season as The Wild Robot, which absolutely demolished it.
That's true.
As sucky as that is, I'll be real with you. The Wild Robot is the better movie. The Wild Robot is literally DreamWorks' best movie since Kung Fu Panda 2. So I can't.
No, Darwin. You're correct, but you have to take into consideration what that means.
Yeah, I understand, but yeah, so it sucks that Transformers 1 got screwed over, but I can't complain that the Wild Robot did better. I can't. I'm not going to complain, me personally.
I can't either.
Because
nope.
Still didn't win the Oscar though.
No,
it was won by one man, and that's in a free blender package.
Yep, pretty much. All right, so
honestly, I think the fact that it lost to another art movie that really was able to play with the resources that it had, I commend it.
Yeah.
The fact that it lost to an indie film with no dialogue made with a free animation software, that's actually kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that movie.
It goes to show that sometimes the Academy actually does know what they're doing.
Yep.
I don't know how much money that movie earned though.
Sometimes the biggest bombs can create the biggest impacts.
Exactly.
But yeah,
which is why this is something we have to take into consideration, something that needs to be implemented, or not exactly that, but just need to be drilled into people's heads. Art should not be quantified by how much it sells, guys.
Yep.
Just because something didn't make money doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the last thing we're going to tackle are the video games. Y'all thought the movies were bad?
Yeah,
Video
this is even
games?
rougher, man.
Non-existent,
boy.
bro. Non-existent. Video games.
I am
There's
not.
nothing. It's barren. And
I'm sad.
the last big Transformers video game that I can think of was Devastation, and that was over a decade ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. There was apparently a Transformers game that was in development. It was I think it was a looter shooter, a live service game that got canceled.
Yeah, it was Transformers Reactivate.
Yep, that game got
It
canceled.
got so far into production that there were toys made of it, like for the actual game. And now that the game got canceled, well, we don't know what to do with the toys now.
Yeah, so
They're officially considered lost media.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, hey, for what it's worth for the movies, at least there's something in development. There's nothing for video games. There's literally nothing.
As far as we're aware.
Yeah.
Video
nothing.
games are falling apart. The video games are nothing anymore. They don't have any worth because everyone thinks, oh, we need a movie to make so that the games could work. No, it doesn't. Just make a damn good video game.
I don't know, man. For all we know, they could announce, hey, look, we just got this distribution rights for the War for Cybertron games. We're re-releasing them tomorrow. Have fun.
So I am not familiar with the Transformers games. I have not played a single Transformers game. I'll just let you guys know that.
Really?
I have not.
You're kind of missing out because they made some good shit.
Okay. But yeah, with Devastation, according to Wikipedia, so based on the Transformers, so last thing was Transformers.
Based on the 80s cartoon, yeah.
Yeah. But then there's also, as I look into other games on Wikipedia, a few things that got canceled, and let's see here. Earthspark Expedition for a bunch of systems.
Yeah, Earthspark actually has a game. Galactic Trials is basically like a cross between like a traditional like 3D platformer and a racing game. Like you switch between the two styles. I think it was just released a month ago.
October 11th, 2024, according to Wikipedia.
Okay, it was almost a year ago. So okay, I'm just dumb.
Let's see.
Yeah. As far as I know, yeah, in terms of AAA Transformers games, barren, absolutely barren. I'll pass it out to Brandon.
Yeah, we're in a rough spot.
Yeah, I'll pass it out to Brandon to see how he feels about the future of Transformers video games.
Very, very dry. Honestly, I honestly, I think the last like actual Transformers video game I actually played was the animated game for the DS. That's like that's yeah.
Oh, that is wow.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's like the literal last one I can remember playing.
Okay, you need to catch
the other
up,
ones,
man.
like,
You
I
need to
took a look
see some of
at
the
it,
bigger
like,
ones.
yeah, no, they're really dull.
Excuse me.
No, you're good.
Excuse me.
But yeah. Like if they had something like maybe of like the same kind of quality as animated, because what do you guys think about the animated video game, real quick?
I don't really like it that much.
I own it. I have not played it.
I thought it wasn't that bad, honestly.
Maybe it's because my brain has evolved, but I don't think it's that good of a game.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, for its time, for its time, I think it was like a pretty good game.
Yeah, for its time, it's acceptable. As for now standards, it's I don't know, man.
It's like, but I do feel like it's definitely better, and I am comparing it to now than some of the other games right now. Minus, I think, what was it? Minus. Sorry. I'm looking this up. I'm just looking up this right now. Earth Wars. Right now. Transformers Earth Wars is I do find a bit of fun with that one.
Do you mean the mobile game?
Yeah, the mobile game.
I didn't even consider the mobile games, honestly.
You didn't consider the mobile game?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't consider the mobile games. With all due respect to mobile gaming, I don't pay attention to those. So that we're just talking about console gaming. Yeah, that's why we.
That's a little crazy because mobile gaming is one of the most popular gaming. Yeah, I looked it up. It's actually even more common than console gaming, which for a while was more common than PC gaming. I don't know about now, but it's from what I gather, mobile gaming is a lot more common than both console and PC, which is very sad.
A little sad.
Yeah, very sad, especially with a lot of AI slop that gets put on this stuff. But now we're going off track.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically, again, the only last console game is like Transformers Animated the game itself. Like, I haven't really played any of the other ones as much. Like, I didn't really like the visuals and everything. I remember back then. So I honestly, it's pretty dry, really, my opinion.
Yeah. So, all right, Mr. Convoy, how do you feel about the state of Transformers video games?
I'm just finding it to be hilarious how, like, in the early 2000s, there would be, like, numerous ones, like, very high quality and fan favorite stuff. But nowadays, it's just held hostage, it's thrown away, it's just gone without any word about it. And I'm just hoping, I'm genuinely laughing my ass off over this, but I am hoping that that somebody is saying, all right, we had enough. Give us more Transformers games. And, well, you guys can call me like a stern belief in hoping, but I'm a guy who does latch on to hope, and hope does take time. So
Yeah.
it's bad right now, but things will get better eventually.
I hope it will.
I hope we get to see a AAA video game for Transformers for once, because it's been a while. And not only that, games like Devastation, War for Cybertron, and Fall of Cybertron are getting up in price. I'm not sure if you know this, but Fall of Cybertron is reaching towards $100.
Yeah. Which is why a re-release on modern platforms would actually be great right now.
Hey, people! Hey,
Exactly.
Hey, we'll take remasters. We're straight up ports of those games.
Give me a remaster of Devastation and put it back on Steam. I'll buy it immediately.
Yeah,
At least a decent remaster that is that's properly programmed and doesn't have any crazy glitches would help a lot, because unlike movies and TV shows, games have a shelf life.
Yes.
You can't watch them for generations like you can with DVDs and Blu-rays, because games are completely different, whether it be Steam or something physical. Not even physical games are free from that.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So our overall thoughts on all the things we talked about regards to this franchise were fine. Oh God, please send help.
Yeah.
Over the place.
Yeah. Overall, the current state of this franchise, it's weird, honestly. I mean, the toys are consistently selling well. Comics are doing fine despite the lack of advertising. Their TV shows, there's Earthspark, that's still going on. The movies, I mean, they're still making projects. I'm not a big fan of them. There's nothing regarding video games. Move along.
Yeah,
There's
the video
nothing.
games are in a very bad spot.
Yeah, there's nothing for video games. There's nothing. And yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the Transformers franchise, it's in a weird spot, honestly. Hey, at the very least, this franchise has a lot of content that there's a lot of content that you could dive on if you're a newcomer or a casual like myself. Yeah, this franchise has a lot of content to dive on, whether if it's movies, TV shows, comic books, video games. I mean, this series has a lot of stuff. There's so much. It will take you days, months, maybe even years to catch you guys up on the world of Cybertron. So
Yes, it would.
So there's at least something positive regarding that. Hey, it's not gonna leave you bored, is all I'm saying. So with that out of the way, that'll be it for our discussion video. And
Actually, one more thing.
Yep.
Just for a bit of a small update on what I said about Transformers 1 regarding the anime. Honestly, I a little feel bad for thinking that maybe some people thought that was a reason for them to decide, yeah, I'm not watching, because the more because I just realized I actually did like the animation of the film for what it was, especially not only because I thought some really good and they went out of the way to really make this world feel unique, but also the G1 style design translated really well into cinematics. So that's why I feel a little bad for bringing the animation up in the slightest. So just want to say that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw the teaser trailer, I did not like the art style of the movie. And the more I saw more clips of it, the more I warmed up to it. And when I saw the final product, I was very sad. I was more than satisfied about it. More than satisfied.
Behold, you have now described the exact problem G1ers usually have.
Yep, pretty much.
Looking too blocky.
No,
how whenever they see anything that deviates from the original, they immediately cry foul, and then when it actually comes out and they see it, they're like, it's good.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought Cybertron looked really, really unique for what it was. So I appreciate the writers for making a world that feels really unique. Take lessons, Bright, from Netflix.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, we don't talk about the Netflix trilogy.
No, I mean Bright.
Never.
I said that's not a trilogy.
No, I mean like the War for Cybertron trilogy of cartoons that Netflix made. We don't talk about those.
Oh,
I wasn't bringing that up. I was bringing a film called Bright from 2017.
Are those movies as bad as the Energon and Armada shows?
No. The best way I can describe like the War for Cybertron trilogy of cartoons, like the ones on Netflix, they're just boring.
Also, Armada was bad.
Armada was just kind of middling, honestly.
But yeah,
at least to me. No, Energon was bad.
Oh no, Energon was completely terrible. Armada, I feel, was at least a lot. At least in my opinion, is a lot better. Well, mainly that's because that was like the actual first Transformers series I actually saw. I still have the disc, actually. I still have the disc actually from them.
Okay, Cybertron though, the 2005 show, I will defend that show to my dying breath. I still think it's great.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That one, peak.
It's 20 years old now, so if you guys want to watch it, you can.
Yeah, I will at some points.
Yeah, sorry if I confused everyone with mentioning Bright. I was just referring to a Netflix film that has actually gotten criticism for not doing anything with its plot. So, as opposed to Transformers 1, where that one did something.
Please don't bring up Bright. Please don't bring up Bright in this house. We do not want to talk about that movie.
All right, I agree.
Bring it up.
Won't do it again.
All right, that concludes our discussion video. And where can, starting with Revan Evan, where can people find you?
You can find me on my dwindling YouTube channel where I don't really know what kind of content to make, but you can go ahead and check it out anyway.
All right.
I also have a Discord.
And Carlo, where can people find you?
They can find me on my YouTube channel, my DeviantArt page, and also I have a Discord server that I linked in my channel. So if you want to go to my channel page, you can go there for my Discord server. On YouTube, I usually make music covers and parody dubs. I'm trying to also do more stuff that isn't video game based, so I'm trying to break that mold. But yeah, usually music covers and parody dubs, though I parody TF2, Team Fortress 2 wise. But my DeviantArt page, I make plenty of 3D work, though be careful because not all of it's safe for work.
All right, Mr. Convoy, where can people find you?
You can find me nowhere because right now I'd rather be a little private for the time. I may start creating some stuff, but I'm right now just not in the mindset right now, especially with what's going on with YouTube.
You know what?
Is fair.
You know what? Fair enough. I think the same can be said for Brandon.
Yeah, just about really. Though it's in general, it's just mainly because I don't really have much of a social media presence. So whenever I'm on here, it's always a treat to be on here just to discuss. So yeah, again, thanks for having me. Hope you can have me again. Just yeah.
And as for me, you can follow me on Instagram, Backlog, and Letterboxd down the description down below. This is Namicon, and I'll see you guys next time.